My therapist asked me to stop being depressed. Or at least, that's what I felt like she was asking. The spoon theory was created by Christine Misogeranidino. Totally messed that last name up. Her idea, she has lupus, and her idea is that you only have so many spoons in the day, and once you use up a spoon, you've used it up, you can't go back and get more. And if you try and use spoons from the future, you have that many less spoons the next day. Go and eat breakfast, that's a spoon. Clean up after yourself, that's another spoon. Go to work, that's a spoon. Being at work, that's a huge spoon. And so most people, they have lots of spoons. So they can do all those things in one day. Now, for people with disabilities or illnesses, especially chronic illnesses, don't have that many spoons. They have a limit of spoons that they can use. So they can choose to make breakfast or wash dishes. They can choose to go to work or do school. Because once they do it, that spoon is used up and they have no more spoons left once you use up all those spoons. 100 little jobs in one. I need to think about the weather, my temperature that day, and the whole day's plans before I can attack any one given thing. When other people can simply do things, I have to attack it and make a plan like I'm strategizing a war. It is in that lifestyle, the difference between being sick and healthy. It is the beautiful ability to not think and just do. I miss that freedom. I miss never having to count spoons. So for me, when I read this, I instantly connected with it. I feel like I'm moving through molasses most days, either parts of the day or through the whole day. Going into understanding how many spoons you've used up can help you not feel so bad when you have to take a break. And so instead of beating yourself up about it and being like, why can't I do more? Just recognize you only had so much energy and now you've used it up. So now you have to take a break. So back to what I began with this video with. My therapist told me to stop being depressed. Or at least that's what it sounded like to me. Last week, we talked about spoons and the spoon theory, and we talked about how I was possibly losing spoons each day that I wasn't doing things. Because what I would do is that I would prepare for the next day of work by sleeping on my days off, like just staying in bed all day, because I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to go to work, I'm going to be anxious, I'm going to be depressed, I won't want to go, so I'm just going to stay in bed all day, and it'll be fine. And the next day I'll be able to handle it. It won't be my favorite, but I'll be able to handle it. And she said that maybe not using the spoons that I have for that day won't save it for the next day, but will limit myself, because you build up your endurance. In her mind, she's like, you create more spoons by practicing being productive. So if you lay around all day, then you start to lose spoons each day you lay around each day. And I wasn't sure if I agreed with this because I felt like she was basically telling me that because I don't think of it as practice. What she was asking me to do was just to go and do. I felt like she was asking me to use spoons that I didn't have. So that was hard for me to hear and to think about, because I'm afraid that if I use them up that day, that the next day I will feel the consequences of overusing my spoons. Because when a car runs on gas, and then the gas goes to empty and the car runs on empty, it can ruin the car. So, I am depressed. Wait, no, I have depression. Now, whether saying I am depressed versus I have depression, I don't know if that helps or not, but I do try and say I have depression now, because I hope to someday to get rid of it. So I have depression. It runs my life right now. It takes my spoons away. Yet I still have spoons that I can work with. So I'm struggling with that. I'm trying to figure that out. But we shall see how that goes. My name is Natasha, and this is my journey of recovery.